We don't know. You can't split screen on your computer?
I probably can.
That's why Mac is better than PC.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We are here on a dangerous night. I should take my glasses off because all this reflection stuff going on.
I'm not going to take my glasses off.
That's fine.
I don't look normal without my glasses anymore.
You look normal to me.
There you go.
Dangerous night. The reason being, Rory decided to wear underwear to bed.
He's not potty trained. He's not even close to potty trained.
No, he's not. And so I'm very nervous that he's going to wet the bed. The plan is to change him as soon as we go to bed, and hopefully he will have made it that long, but we'll see. He did. When did he pee? Before pie?
Yes, he peed before pie because he was peeing while I was cutting the pie.
There you go.
That's how I remember that.
All
I
right.
was cutting all right-handed while holding a baby in the left hand and hoping she wouldn't reach across for the knife.
It's impressive.
While talking to our oldest and celebrating that Rory was peeing in the potty. It was a busy moment. It was a busy moment. So sorry if I forgot one of those things in there.
Yeah.
I'm also really tired tonight, so there's gonna be a lot of rambling.
That's our usual arrangement.
Oh.
All right, well, let's jump in here with our first segment, the
Family Update.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
That's how you know I'm tired, because I
Because
just
you actually
willingly
danced along?
danced. Yeah.
All right, so family update this week. You were supposed to have some extra duties this past weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. I was.
You weaseled your way
but
out.
I didn't weasel my way out. I volunteered to help chaperone a Christmas dance this past weekend, and I didn't hear back. I said, yeah, I can do it on like Wednesday, and I didn't hear anything Wednesday day or all day Thursday or even all day Friday. And so finally Saturday when the dance was, I was sort of like, well, we've kind of already started making plans. If you really need me, I can definitely still do it, but I just didn't hear back. So let me know. And it was like, oh no, we got plenty of people. No worries. So I got out of that business.
Right. And because I thought that you were going to be gone.
Right.
And I was going to have 4 children by myself, I said, hey, friends, come hang out with me so that I don't die. And, well, not die, but.
AKA, hey, friends, come hang out with me after my children should be in bed. And it's not a big deal.
Yes. And so we arranged that we would come have game night. We've kind of been talking. I've spent some game nights at my buddy's house. People would come have game night at our house instead of the other way around, since I had to have all the kids by myself.
Yeah.
But because
I ruined the fun, basically.
No,
I was present, and so the fun just went.
Not true. You added to the fun. It was so much fun. It was basically like a double date almost.
Kind of.
It's kind of like a double date.
Kind of.
Except there was a fifth wheel because Rory would not go to sleep.
It's the usual. And I only feel bad for the people who visit us because I'm used to it. So I'm like, like he's going to sit in your lap and he's not going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk how cute he is and how sleepy he is. It's not going to work. The kid's not going to go to sleep. I think you had to put him in a chokehold to put him asleep.
I did not choke out my child. Just for the record, setting it straight. I did not choke out my child.
No.
He just happened to fall asleep laying on my arm.
Yeah, he kind of hung his chin through your elbow pit.
Yes.
And when I looked over, it kind of looked like you had him in like a little chokehold. But you did not.
No, but we did have a little game night with some friends. You played Settlers of Catan for the first time. And I know going into it, you were nervous. You did not think it was going to be fun. Give me your honest reaction.
It's not that I'm worried that games aren't going to be fun. It's that I'm worried about the intensity of the game.
Yes.
And I'm worried that if I enjoy it too much, I will get competitive. and then people won't like me.
Yeah,
and I like to be liked.
Sure. Who doesn't?
Well, I think some people are sort of the opinion like I am who I am, and if you don't like it, then
whatever.
Right, then I don't care. Whereas I'm more like, only if I don't like you do I want you to not like me.
Sure.
If I think you're a cool dude, I want you to think I'm a cool dude too.
You're a cool dude.
Thanks. But that sometimes makes me very nervous and self-conscious.
You're a really funny one because you are both hyper competitive and like super chill, like don't let me get too involved at the same time. And it's like you trip a certain marker that you just go over the edge.
I do.
Are not redeemable
at
that point.
Yeah. And so that's why, like, with new games, I get to this point where I'm like, I just don't like, maybe not. Or maybe I should just watch a few rounds first so that I can get a vibe for how to play and then decide how intense to get.
Yeah. So what did you think of Settlers of Catan for people who haven't played? I
really enjoyed it. I was actually talking to my students today about it.
Yeah.
And at one point I was like, where they should use this? Economics class.
Yeah.
Because I never took economics.
I did it in college, but
I don't think I took econ in high school. But I took accounting. And there are certain pieces of accounting that you have to understand economics in order to understand accounting.
Sure.
Obviously, all business management stuff goes to anyways. And I was like, had I been playing Settlers of Catan in order to understand certain concepts of economics, I think I would have understood some other things a lot better. And it's a really great way of teaching the value of goods.
Yeah.
And in playing it, you see a lot of different elements of capitalism happening. And I think it's just a really educational game. I'm not well, but I'm also not good at it.
You were such a sleeper though. Like the second game, you came out of nowhere and the first.
It was the first game. We only played 2 games.
We played 2 games because they do kind of take a while.
Yeah.
But the first game, you were just getting into it. At the very beginning, you even made the comment
where
you're like, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I have no idea what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm just going along with it. Like the dice gets rolled, and I'm like, oh, I pick up a card. Cool.
But by the end, you were like this close to pulling it out.
I was really close to winning. I think I kind of had a monopoly on the sheep.
Yeah.
Which
sheep
helped,
are cheap.
But it helped me because I was able to buy a lot of crap.
Right.
And every now and then somebody wanted a sheep, and I was like,
I got those.
What are you willing to give me for those sheep?
Yeah.
So
fun game.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to get together and play again sometime soon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
All right. Second quick family update. As we will be talking about later in the show, we have a big milestone today and a party coming up to celebrate that milestone on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so you're getting ready for that.
I am.
And once again, you are putting the work in.
I'm baking a cake. I'm baking a cake.
And if you guys haven't seen our past, oh no, don't look at this one, because if you have not gone to look, check out our Instagram. It's at Golden Apple, and look at the birthday cakes for our kids' birthday parties.
For an amateur, they're not bad.
They are great for an amateur.
They're pretty okay. Like I'm no British baking star, Don't put me in a tent yet.
Not yet.
But I hope I can keep it going.
Yeah.
Like nothing's animatronic yet.
Sure,
but I'm hoping that one day I can maybe do some really, really, professional looking, beautiful cakes.
Yeah.
So
the cakes are started for this weekend.
They're started. I made 3 cakes.
It's true.
But it's going to be a 3-layer cake. So, it's really only 1 cake.
So be sure to be looking out this weekend for the picture, because based on the concept,
you like the design.
It's going to be really cool.
I hope it turns out
I think it will.
The more I talk it up, the more I'm scared that it's just going to look like a white cylinder with some crap on it.
It's going to look cool. So get ready. Check out the picture when it comes out because it's going to be cool. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. All right.
Had my hair been in a ponytail, that would have looked around.
All right. This is not the talk, but we are going to get serious for a second because tonight was a bit of a nightmare. And we can sort of chuckle about it now, but at the same time, it's just masking our rage.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is like my public appearance of how I'm feeling like, ha, 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 yeah, this happened. Ha, ha, ha. Right. Internally, I'm still like,
yeah. And that doesn't translate.
I know. That's why I'm glad we have the live show.
All right. So why don't we set the scene since you walked in on it, right? I think so. You discovered it.
Last night.
Well, how far back are you going?
I don't know. Well, I didn't really walk in on it tonight. It walked to me.
True.
And then I put all the pieces together and went, oh no.
All right. Yeah. Back it up to last night.
So last night, at one point I knew that two kids were upstairs. Our two middle children were upstairs together. And the rest of us were down on the main level. And of course, whenever certain children are together and it's quiet,
you know
something's happening. You know something has gone very, very wrong.
Yeah.
And people are in trouble.
Yeah. Without fail.
And yes, it's them, but it's also you. You are also in trouble.
So much trouble.
And so I went upstairs and I discovered that Mariana we thought it was blue.
Yeah.
We thought it was blue on our hands. I'm like, what did you get?
Yeah.
Did you get blue on your hands? Where is this coming from?
Yeah. In the past, probably a month or so, they had gotten into the fingernail polish.
Nail polish. Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, maybe she got in the nail polish again, was messing around and made herself blue.
Yeah. So I wasn't too worried. I was like, well, nail polish, it comes off. A little nail polish remover, fine, whatever.
I mean, big deal.
It's annoying and you're like,
could be worse.
Right. So I go upstairs and I'm double checking things and I go into the bathroom and I see that there's a plastic baggie and it has some what appears to be either concealer or foundation. And I'm looking around, I'm like, there's got to be more of this somewhere. I'm looking. Can't see it. So I'm like, all right, well, I got kind of lucky there. And then I notice there's another baggie out.
Right.
And I see my very bright green Egyptian kohl, Kohl.
Yeah. So
kohl.
I had never heard of this before we got together.
Right. Yeah.
But this stuff is powerful makeup. It's long makeup
lasting.
Remover does not remove it powerful.
Yeah. It's very long lasting. It's so I bought it in Egypt in 2009 when one of my siblings was living in Egypt and we had visited, and just kind of on a splurge fun thing, I bought this Egyptian kohl in this beautiful green shade. Yeah. And you loved in college when I would wear it because you said it made my eyes look really green and just pop. And love this stuff. Like, but it's
fancy.
It's very fancy eyeliner. Yeah. And it's a powder, but like a little dab will do ya. And it's gonna, like, once you dab that brush in, a little dab is gonna do ya for about the next 6 goes that you want to put it on your eyes. And it's beautiful. I love this stuff. Right. But I don't wear it a lot now because I'm a professional and green eyeliner is kind of just for a different scene.
Right.
And anyways, I find the bag and I see it there and I'm going, oh, I know what they did. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, it doesn't look like they really were able to screw the cap off. Think they were just putting their hands in the bag and that's how things kind of got the way they were. They may have been shaking it around a bit and I see some powder. So I get it cleaned up. I take it downstairs and I put it up on a shelf in our powder room where I'm like, this is too high. They can't get at it. I think we're good now.
And then comes tonight. And well, you can't see it on the video.
Can't see it very well, but
we are all
have a little green tonight. So same child, Mariana. I'm coming down the stairs after being upstairs for a little while working on some stuff.
Right.
I come downstairs and she's coming at me, and I see that she is clearly green. And it's not just her hands. It's like her face and her neck are green. And I look at her, I'm like, what did you? No, you did not. And I go running to the powder room, and it is everywhere.
Honestly, I should have taken a picture. I didn't, everywhere. But I should have, because I was so upset.
Right. It was one of those things where I was like, I know that later I'm going to want a picture of this. But in the moment, I was like, no. And I'm still feeling a little like that way.
Some type of way.
Some way. I'm feeling some way. But I mean, it was, and of course, everything that it was on was white.
Right. So if you can imagine that, it's still stained on us.
Yeah. My fingernails, my tips are usually very white, and they're very green right now.
So not only was she covered in this green coal, but our sink was covered. Our Rory's little
potty, his little training potty,
completely covered
in green.
The wall completely covered. The floor completely covered.
All
green.
Just green.
And everything in that bathroom pretty much is white. So
yeah. So, and then of course, in cleaning it up, we discovered that, like, at least I discovered that you can use one bleach wipe to wipe a small area. But once the bleach wipe has turned green, it's done. Because otherwise it's just smearing green.
Right.
So if I had to guess, I went through probably 40 bleach wipes to clean it. And then after each bleach wipe, I had to use a paper towel so that it would dry it back down so it wouldn't smear more green.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah. And while you were cleaning, I had Mariana up in the shower trying to get her clean. She did her best to wash it off, but like we said, this stuff stains.
She's a mini Hulk right now.
Yeah, I'm nervous because she's going to go to school on Wednesday, and her, like, all around her eyes and her forehead are like this weird yellowy green tinge, like bruised. Like, I'm worried DHS is going to show up at the front door.
We will show them our fingernails. We can throw some coal on the DHS workers if they want to know what happened.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, no, it was so infuriating. And what makes it even worse,
it's just the 2 nights in a row thing.
Yeah.
And then
Mariana's 3 years old. And so she's still learning remorse.
It's not terrible twos. It's the something threes.
But she's still learning remorse. She's still learning how to process emotions. And right now, it's so frustrating when she gets over feeling bad so quickly.
Yeah.
Or she just doesn't feel bad at all.
I don't think she felt bad about this at all. I don't think it's occurred to her that she's hurt anybody's feeling. Because that's the other thing is, like, for me, like, this stuff is really, it's a big deal to me.
Right.
And luckily it's not all gone. But she just has absolutely no concern for the fact that she hurt my feelings.
Right.
Or that she got into something that was mine and personal. And so I haven't spoken to her.
Yeah.
Since the incident.
Yeah. It's tough.
I did give her little sleeping head a kiss before we came down here and told her I loved her to her sleeping head. But I haven't spoken to her since the incident because I don't know how to convey how I feel so that she feels something about it.
Yeah. It's tough because we're trying to teach her, like, hey, that wasn't good. That hurt mom's feelings. And that was, you knew that wasn't a good idea. You weren't supposed to play with that. It's very it's a very difficult thing
Mm-hmm.
right now, and we're still kind of working through the best ways of
Right.
conveying our emotions and making sure that she learns empathy, because we don't want to raise a sociopath.
No, not at all.
So
No.
yeah, so we're still figuring that out.
Yeah. So I think I'll be better tomorrow, and I think maybe in a month it'll be funny.
Yeah,
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll let you know. You are tired.
I'm very tired.
All right. Well, let's then do the next segment, which we don't have to be serious for this time, but it is a talk.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So
for the last there, sorry.
For the last week or so, I have been having a little bit of a existential crisis. And I know you have just been feeling...
I very nearly cried this morning at school.
Yeah. As you grow up, you hit these moments. And for me, I had one when I turned 20 or 25, probably both.
Yeah. Yes.
Where I hit a point where I was like, wow, I am getting old. Like I've already lived for 2 decades. What have I done? Right? Or I've lived for 25 years. What's going on in my life? What am I doing here? And today is another one of those milestones where it just makes you stop and think about your life in a whole different way.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
And right now we've got a few viewers on the live show, and I feel like a few of them are probably looking at us like,
oh, you guys are so...
Well, we're having this crisis because our oldest child turned 5 years old today.
She's 5.
She is 5 years old.
5.
Now,
there's 5 years ago that I had her.
Right.
My first child.
And what's crazy is that some of the people that are watching or listening to this are looking at us and saying, hey, I remember when I had this same freak out because you turned 5.
Right.
And guess what? Now you're almost 30.
Right. Like, imagine how I feel.
I'm going to have another freak out in a few months when that happens. But yeah, I mean,
go with that.
Our parents, their oldest grandchild is now 5 years old. Our oldest child is now 5 years old. And I am kind of freaking out about it.
I know, right, man? Like, it's always been like, in the future, our kids are going to be in school. You know, like, it's like, that'll happen one day.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
It'll happen. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, she's 5. There is nothing holding her back now except time.
Right.
Like, August is going to come and she's going to go to kindergarten. She's going to be there all day, every day, like reading and writing and stuff.
Yeah. It's so weird when you talk to her. I mean, we had this conversation with her yesterday, and you were talking to her and like trying to like kind of poke at her, give her a hard time and like pretend like, oh no, it's not really your birthday.
It's not your birthday. It's not going to happen. Why would we put up the birthday banner?
The eye roll that she gave you.
It was you. She gave you the eye roll. She doesn't roll her eyes at her mother.
Of course not. But it was just like, who is this child that is growing up so fast right in front of us and now is acting like not like a baby? Like,
she's not a baby anymore. Right. She's not a toddler. She's a kid.
She's a kid. She is a 5-year-old kid, and that is like just
mind blowing
for a parent. I think it just, I can't even describe it.
Right.
It's so weird because I don't feel like I'm at a point that I should have a 5-year-old.
Right.
Right. I feel like we're in college or like I just graduated high school.
With being 24 and having a baby, it was like, yeah, I'm 24 and now we have a baby. And it was a little like, well, this is kind of weird. Like, we have to figure out who we are as parents. Fine. But then 5 years later, you're like, no, I'm still 24 and I'm having a 5-year-old.
Right.
It's hard to register that our time and her time are moving the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
because
it's been 5 years.
I don't feel like I'm that much older, right?
You're 29.
Don't say that. I don't want to know.
You're almost 30.
But I don't feel that old.
I don't feel old. No.
For me, I still feel like high school and college, like some of those memories feel like they were just yesterday.
Yeah.
And so
I'll have a 5-year-old when I'm 38. No, like I'm saying but that's what I feel like. You know, like when I'm 38, that's when I should have a 5-year-old.
Right. Instead, you're going to have a 14-year-old. You're going to have a child who could drive. It feels very strange to be at a point where our children are growing up and are able to do things that just
she can't do anything.
It feels like it comes on. What do you think she can do?
What
she can write her name.
I know. She can write her name. She makes her own bed. She picks out her own clothes, and they sometimes now they look actually like decent, normal outfit. Like last night with her sister, and she was like, "Oh no, you should wear this headband because it'll go with your sweatshirt." And I was like, "Yes, you're right. Last year I was telling you that, and you were denying it, and now you're giving sage wisdom to other people."
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's very strange. And
big kid.
I don't know. I'm freaking out. And
So do you think we'll have this freak out for every kid turning 5? Or do you think it will always be for first kid and last kid milestones? And the poor middle two will just be like, yeah, we've seen it before.
Yeah, I hate to say that because that probably justifies why Mariana acts out the way that she does.
Right.
But it does feel like
I think I'm still gonna freak out.
Yeah, because it was a big deal when everybody started walking. Yeah. It was a big deal when everybody started talking.
It was a big deal when everyone had their first birthday.
Right. Like there are certain things that are a big deal. Now, the problem is that everything Danny does is going to be a big deal.
Right. And only certain things are a big deal for the others. Yeah. Right.
Which is really too bad, but
I want to be better at that.
It's
time will tell. Yeah.
It will. Yes. But we now own a 5-year-old, and it's weird.
We possess a 5-year-old. We
have a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
One of our children
is 5 years old.
5 years old. And it's weird. Yeah. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum. All right, at the end here. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
You know there are 2 of those little cut segments, and you only sing one of them.
I don't know what the other one sounds like.
Somewhere where it's like ba 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 ba.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. So we are once again doing a little bit of a shorter show just because today was Danny's birthday.
Yeah, and people don't go to sleep, and I'm tired, and I get up really early now because I've discovered that the only way to get work done is to go in early to do work.
True.
So which is fine.
Mom, the musing.
Yeah, some things will never get old.
That one got old.
Some things are always old.
Whatever.
Anyways, yeah. So my mom musing, it actually came to me while we were at Mass yesterday.
Okay.
Because Jetta, our baby, she gets kind of fussy at Mass. She likes to be held, but she doesn't want to be stationary.
Right.
Which I think is most children. They like the closeness of a parent. They like the comfort of being near someone they love, but they don't like just being there. They want to do.
Right.
They want entertainment. And so I was, hanging out with her and kind of bouncing. And as I was bouncing her, trying to, keep her happy so that I could still concentrate on what was going on, it occurred to me that the way to keep her happy is to kind of scare her. Which then I was like, why is this a good thing? Why is this, an exciting,
Well,
and
it's
I
not
started,
like
but I started
she
even
was
thinking about,
scared, though.
no, but I started thinking about like the things that I do that really make her giggle and like give her excitement. Like I fake drop her.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm like, huh? And only, people in the live show are going to understand what I'm doing.
Right.
People on the podcast are like, you're yelling at her. But, it's that like that stomachy, like dropping to the floor feeling.
Yeah.
I think is what she thinks is hilarious. And I think to myself, that should be terrifying. That should be absolutely, like, she should be afraid to be in my arms. But she thinks it's hilarious. Or same thing as like being like thrown into the air.
Yeah.
Like she loves being thrown into the air. She giggles madly about it. And at the same time, it's like, if some other person were to come up and throw me into the air, I would scream. So it's just that interesting, the adult mind thinking about what's fun for a baby is really funny to me. Plus, right now I'm on a kick of like her giggles are just the best thing ever.
You should play.
I could play her giggles.
So
they are just
you've been really
fantastic.
Good about every once in a while capturing audio of the kids throughout their existence. And I'm surprised that some of these that you have going so far back, but Jetta was just going crazy with the laughs. Was it this morning or was it yesterday?
It was yesterday, I think.
And you quickly whipped out your phone and were able to record something. So I just want to play for everybody listening this excellent baby laughter. What was I doing to her? I was throwing her in the air, of course.
Okay, of course you're throwing her in the air.
So here you go. Here's Jetta laughing as I throw her in the air. So it's absolutely amazing. And just to like put kind of a different stamp on this segment real quick, looking back at like March and April and when Jetta was in the hospital and how sick she was and how we honestly thought that
I never thought I was going to hear her giggle.
Yeah.
I had days where I just thought like, I'll never.
Yeah. Having her hooked up to all those machines and being put under and honestly not knowing whether or not she was going to be able to come home or that she would make it through the sickness. And now 6 months later, 7 months later, and being able to hear that and it's just so amazing.
Yeah.
And so I am so thankful every day.
Okay, just tell you also missed a moment today. I remember I was in the bathroom and I was changing her.
Yeah.
I like yelled your name a few times.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were doing.
Well, I was like, literally, I was just standing over her, changing her diaper, and she's a wiggle wart now.
Yeah.
It frustrates you, I know. But I have some tricks that kind of help her to stay in place while I change her diaper. And tonight, I just was like fake laughing at her, and she thought it was hilarious. Just, was just like thrilled every time. And it was like I would do the facials too, where I was like, ha 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 ha, oh ha 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 ha, and she'd start laughing hysterically, and then I'd be like, wiping her butt, and then I'd look at her again, and she would just burst into laughter. Just thought it was so funny that mom could go from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
That's so great.
So yeah. I just
Kids are awesome.
Kids can be awesome. They can be frustrating as all get out.
So true.
But they can be so very awesome, and I love them all. Definitely. All of them. The only one no, we did. We talked about all of them tonight. They all made the show.
Except Tucker. Did he leave us?
He left.
He was hanging out with us for the live show, but apparently we're not cool enough to hang out with. So
I think the heat wasn't hitting him enough. And he was like, man, I know warmer spots.
That's fine. That's fair.
Now we've talked about Tucker.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So web exclusive joke. And I'm going to do a couple of different birthday jokes in honor of Danny's birthday. So get ready for this.
You know when you're like, I can't believe I'm almost 30.
Yeah.
In this moment, I can.
Whatever, dude. All right. Which one burns longer, a green candle or a pink one?
I don't know.
Neither. They both burn shorter.
Oh, but
yeah. All right, one more. I gotta find where'd that other good one go.
There was only one other good one. The rest were all awful.
They're jokes made for kids, so that's why. Let's see. Oh yeah, here you go. Why do candles always go on the top of cakes?
I feel like this is obvious.
Because it's hard to light them from the bottom.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. That one wasn't as good. The first one was pretty good, though. Don't be hating.
I'm not hating. Not hating at all. I love a good dad joke. But hence I said good.
Yeah, operative word. All right, guys. That's all we've got for you this week. Be sure to be checking out the Instagram for the pictures of the birthday cake. You hyped it up. It's going to be great.
Did I hype it up? Did you hype it up?
We both hyped it up.
I'm excited to finish making it and see if I can make it as hype as you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But yes, exciting stuff to come. We own a 5-year-old. It's crazy. I don't know why I keep saying it like that, but
we have a 5-year-old.
Life is crazy.
And it's good.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to those of you watching on the live stream. We so much appreciate it. And we will see you
next time.